Hi, I am Tesoro and this is my story. Almost 2 years ago, my humans rescued me from a snowstorm. I had run away and didn't know where to go. I was very cold and hungry, but they offered me shelter from the cold in the house where they were. I decided to stay the night with a little fear. They were very kind. They pet me, fed me, and offered me a warm place to sleep. They wanted to know if I had a family, so they visited several vets to check if I had a microchip and could be returned. They also asked the neighbors, but no one knew me. In the end, no one claimed me or looked for me. I felt very sad, so I ran away. They went out to look for me and I felt very sad when they couldn't find me. Then, on the night of December 25th, I decided to come back and never leave again. My humans were so happy to see me, and I really felt very happy to return to them. They named me Tesoro because I was a Christmas gift for coming back to them. We lived in a small room, sharing a house with other people. Everyone there was very kind at first. I felt very comfortable and started eating a bit more. I quickly gained weight, and my owners got worried. They thought I might have trouble going to the bathroom since sometimes I didn't go. They said I probably had worms from being out on the street. One day, my belly was a bit bloated, and my owner noticed something moving in my tummy. Scared, she rushed to check me. Everything was fine. I was just expecting kittens. Instead of kicking me out or putting me up for adoption, they cared for me and let me have my babies in the house where they shared the living space. One night, early in the morning and without making much noise, I gave birth to my little ones. That's how Queso, Caramelo, Diana, Quesito, and Chispita were born. At first, they thought about giving them up for adoption due to the situation, but they got attached to all of them and didn't want to separate me from my cubs. So, with a lot of effort, they took care of us. Everything seemed fine, but the roommates began to complain about my cubs, and eventually we had to move. My owners are not Canadians like me. They are Mexicans, and my owner is an international student. Finding a new home was very difficult. People didn't want to rent to them because they don't accept pets, and rent prices are very high. One day, a couple decided to help them and offered a small basement at a reasonable price. I felt very relieved because we finally had a new home. In this new place, my little ones grew up quickly, and before I realized it, more than a year had passed. My humans were still worried because they want to give us a better space. But rents for better places keep increasing every day. The bed is extremely expensive, so they take great care of us so we don't get sick and have to make an emergency visit. A few days ago, we received the bad news that the house will be repossessed, and the couple that rents to us has to move, and we have nowhere to go. My human salary is not enough, even though he works 8 hours a day, and my human mom only has a part-time job because she is a student. We are very worried because we don't know where to go. The work and study permits for my humans will expire this year, but we still don't have enough money to move to Mexico. It will be easy for them to put us up for adoption, separate us, and forget about us forever, but that will break our hearts. The reason for opening this fund is to help them to move all together, whether by finding a better place in Canada or moving to Mexico. Any kind of help is welcome. If you know friends or people you know with properties that they rent at a reasonable cost and accept us all together, please don't hesitate to pass along their contact. If you want to help with food for us, we will gladly accept it, as I have many mouths to feed. The donated money will be used to rent a new space in Canada or pay for the necessary means to travel to Mexico safely. Thank you very much for listening to my story, and thank you so much for your help.